Do what not do. Become a servant for the devil. This story takes place in the early 2000s. These two couples live and settle in America, but often return to Vietnam to travel. Then the couple decided to go straight to the main road to buy a piece of land, then build a house so that they could regularly return to Vietnam and have a place to live. This couple has 3 daughters, but coincidentally all 3 girls like the color purple. That's why he decided to build a whole purple house for his 3 daughters. During those years, my friends, these 3 girls went back to Vietnam to travel, but accidentally all 3 of them had an accident and died at the same time, because they felt so sorry for them. Daughter, so these grandparents decided to bury these 3 girls behind the purple house, like giving these 3 daughters that house. So, that night, before the couple returned to America, they slept in this purple house. This house has 1 floor and 1 ground floor. That night, the couple slept on the ground floor. While they were sleeping soundly, the wife and husband both heard the sound of footsteps running and playing upstairs. If you listen carefully, you can hear the laughter and talking of your 3 deceased daughters. Then, in such a quiet night, you can hear the sounds of dishes in the apartment kitchen, like someone was cooking inside. Then I could hear the sound of water splashing in the toilet. At this moment, they were very scared, because they knew for sure that the ghosts of their deceased daughters were present in this very house, and they did not dare to leave the room, where she covered herself with a blanket to go to sleep. While she was sleeping like that, the wife dreamed that she saw her 3 daughters coming back to talk to her. Sitting here talking like when we were still alive, this father said, "Mom, Dad, we died too soon, we don't have the heart to leave. Well, you let us go. Stay in this house." Hearing that, she suddenly woke up from this wife. To be honest, it made her very scared, but the love and loss for these 3 children, it's too big, so I accept that. But now that these 2 grandparents have returned to America, who will stay in this house to worry about the ghosts of their 3 daughters, as well as cleaning in the house. So they came up with an idea to hire a maid to stay in this house, so they posted an ad to apply for a maid, but they won't tell anyone. Does anyone know that in this house there are the ghosts of the grandparents' 3 daughters, and they pay a very large salary? At that time, everyone was poor. Listen to the news about hiring people. Maids have food, accommodation, and high salaries, so who doesn't like it? So this couple also recruited a maid named Lone. When she came here to work as a maid and received a lot of requests and extremely unreasonable rules, the boss I just said that in this house there are only 3 of our daughters living, but these 3 girls really hate strangers, so what they can do is only live on the ground floor, never go upstairs. Only when you bring food to Dad will you be allowed to go up. Then the boss told her to bring food twice a day, noon and dinner, just cook food for 3 people and then bring it upstairs to her 3 daughters. Regarding the menu, these 3 girls will call to inform the boss, then the boss will inform this maid so that the cooking will be according to these 3 girls' wishes. Note one thing. Every time you bring food to the 3 girls, you have to knock on the door 3 times, then you have to turn your back, hold the tray and walk back inside, not facing your face or body. Go directly into that room. When walking backwards like that, when you touch the table, slowly lift up the tray and put it behind you, then immediately leave this room and close the door, and don't turn around to let them know. Look, in the afternoon, these 3 girls will automatically take the finished dinner tray and go out the door. Then the maid will go up there to bring dinner, continue like the noon action, and then bring the tray of rice the girls eat and leave it outside and bring it downstairs to clean up. And also not I need to wash clothes for these 3 girls, because the landlady said that these 3 girls will automatically wash their own clothes. There is no need for a maid to do the laundry, other than the time when they bring in. Money being paid is really a lot. This Miss Lone, I just thought she must be from a rich family, so they are arrogant and don't like to see the maid, so it's her. Still go inside to do it. This lone girl worked somewhere for about a month before she started having very strange thoughts inside her. Why is it so strange? I've been working for a whole month, but I've never seen the faces of the 3 owners of this house. The strange thing is that for 3 days in a row, I've never heard their voices. These 3 girls are talking or doing something upstairs, but every night, I hear these 3 girls running and playing in the dark. To be honest, who wouldn't be curious? Naturally, I work in a house like that. I cook for them every day, I clean for them every day, but I've never seen their faces, and I've never been able to go directly to the house. In that room, which always had to go backwards, every day, the curiosity of this maid Lone grew bigger and bigger, and she decided to do something stupid. That day was like every other time, cooking lunch to feed these 3 girls. Then after she knocked on the door for 3 hours, she continued to turn her back to walk back into the room. Hey, and when she touched the table, she decided to turn around quickly, so that she could see the faces of the landlord's 3 daughters. Oh my god, when she turned her back, the image she saw was these 3 girls, standing in a row, standing in front, wearing that rich person's outfit, but it was terrifying. The strange thing here is that these 3 girls have messy hair, but their faces are bloodless. Some people's arms were cut, some people's legs were flattened in half. Oh my god, all 3 of these girls' eyes are not white, but look at this maid. At this point she was so scared, she screamed ah. Then she threw away the entire tray and ran out of the house. But the ghosts of these 3 girls were very good and didn't kill the maid, so when she escaped, they told everyone around that area that there was a soul in this house. Everyone knows everything about the ghosts of their 3 daughters now, but these grandparents cannot hire anyone to take care of the house and worry about worshipping these 3 daughters. So this time, this couple posted a job recruiting a maid, but there was an additional note below that this house was haunted. And this is the end of the story. Everyone who listens to the story finds it interesting. Please give me 1 like and 1 subscriber. I hope everyone has fun listening to the story. See you in the next videos. Goodbye.